Well. Hello, everybody. Welcome to today's stream, where we have two teams here, PRB and the Desert Rats, coming in here on SME Hospice. So I will be on the Axis side today, and then we are playing on SME, or SME Night, I should say. And so turned up the brightness a little bit to help us all see a little bit better, so hopefully it doesn't interfere too much with the gameplay. But yeah, we are a little bit spooky here today. And so, at Hospice, it is heavily favored towards the Axis off of the opening. And so we'll have to see how the allies adapt. But I am your host today, Smithers. I forgot to mention that. And I will be streaming this match today between these two teams here on SME. And hope to bring you my 3 years of competitive experience into a nice, lively entertainment product, which you can talk about for ages to come. So let's go ahead and see here what we have going on. The Axis loading out with a Lukes to the north, Lukes to the south, 2 trucks, Panzer IV, supply trucks to the south, and then transport truck and a recon vehicle to the south. So I need to keep an eye on my mic levels here, as I just had an issue in a previous stream where my mic went crazy. So I got to keep an eye out for that. Rockets come in. Did not expect PRB is a new group. And so on the Axis side, but they already are prepping rocket snipes. Don't think they got anything. We'll do a quick look through CE. We do have 175 CE. Don't see anything else. Okay, but 175 CE. So they got a truck and maybe a few bodies. Okay, so first shells come in. Okay, so the Axis loading out to the front side. Nice, good spread by the Axis. Flare goes up. And with Hospice, we have this key gardens over here area where the Allies will try to maintain control of. Just hold the bridgehead into the point. And there we have the opening. Let me go ahead and adjust these settings real quick, everybody. Alrighty, there we go. Okay, back to the action. So Axis with firm control of the point here. And for those of you just joining the stream, I have set the settings up. So I needed to record. I have a little bit of overlap between streams, so I'm recording the full game. Just skip the first few minutes as far as the stream goes because of the delay. That's all. But I will upload the full game afterwards for the opening. And one of the Lukes goes down, I believe, in the point. Or is that the P4? Oh, the P4 already got destroyed. Alrighty, so the opening P4 for the Axis has been taken out already. But PRB will get a opening cap here on Hospice. So they'll look to get more Garys established. A little bit light on the Garys for the moment. But the Allies do have bodies moving in the back line. We do have Beefeater and Knappe, Spinex moving in the back line. They're going to look to take down some backline Garys. PRB with excellent control of the strong point, though. One Luke's watching the pizza slice. This part up here is called the pizza slice. Great map, great point control so far, though. The Allies will look to play the recap here. Rocket comes into the side of the medium. And since the Panzer IV went down so early, the Allied tanks know they could push up now pretty much carefree, except they got to be careful of the Panzerschreck, as the Panzerschreck can pin the front of the medium member for the Allies. BDM's going to back up and most likely try to repair here in a second. Let's take a look at the map situation now. We do have some already bodies flexing from PRB over to Cemetery. So PRB playing really aggressive here today. Playing really, really aggressive. All right, so the medium will retreat. We may see an Axis rocket come in here momentarily from Zybereki. Zybereki could have a long-range rocket. Will he attempt it? Zybereki will not attempt it. Looks like a long-range rocket, but he gets deleted. So he'll spawn somewhere else and try again. Okay, let's take a look at this. Cemetery already getting some minor pressure. From the north, we have Prep Squad in the back line. 2 Garys already up. 3 Garys essentially ready to attack Cemetery from multiple angles here. And if at any point in the stream you start to hear static, don't worry, I am paying attention to my mic levels and seeing if my mic goes crazy again. It was blaring full volume static at the end of the last stream, so I'm just going to be very cognizant of that. Okay, artillery falling down at a very good spot right here. The Allies are going to push down this road, or the Axis are going to push down this road right here, hoping to wipe the Allies out. This is going to be Artie's death row right here, essentially. Up here to the north is a very common tank position up here. So we should see as the game progresses, a couple 76s rolling up here to the north. And then we see the first 76 coming in below us. .76 in medium right here. Doing a little peeking battle. For the Axis, we do have 1 Tiger coming up here. So we have a Tiger and a Lux rolling to the north. The Axis will most likely try to get a Gary up right here just for a nice additional radar. Even though it's out in the open field, it does provide a little bit of radar in the back line. So you can see if the enemy is sneaking up on the enemy. Okay, so it looks like the Allies are dealing with the penetration around the point here. Around Cemetery. Let's go take a look at Cemetery. We do have Prof down below us. We have Muffins, Mark's Eye. Cemetery in good control. The Allies not taking it lightly on that pressure. This is the point you don't want to try and recap, especially with going back to Crossroads. All this open field is brutal to try and push through and retake back. We have the medium cruising down the road here. Looks like the medium flopped from the north and is coming down south. And so with Hospice, the Allies will look to anchor this northern spot, and the recap from Hospice will come from the south. As I think most teams would agree, unless front door only ways if you have massive armor advantage. But it'll come down to the infantry pushing it from the south here. And getting control of the complexes and slowly but surely gaining that ground. To the back line here, we do have, not to the back line, but down here we do have some penetration by the Allies making their way up here. Okay, and up to the north, it looks like the Axis have dealt with the penetration in the back line from the other Ally players. So back line of Hospice looks clear, and this is the other Axis tank spot. So this is the Axis tank spot where they'll park here. And they'll look to get an angle on the 76s up here in the building complex I showed you a few moments ago. Ooh, Tiger takes 1 shot. Sails over the Tiger's head. And Tiger will back up here and repair. We should see some repair stations go up from some engineers here momentarily. As we often see, artillery will now come down on a damaged tank because they know they're out repairing. Luke's watching Pizza Slice. Cap pressure comes in on Cemetery. PRB playing really aggressive off of the opening here. Sending a decent chunk of bodies towards Cemetery. PRB is a team out of Hungary, remember. If I forgot to mention that earlier in the game. They are a newly formed team looking to see what they can do in the Helios competitive scene. And so I'm glad to be streaming there. I think this is our first game here today. South of Hospice is looking a little bit dicey. The Allies are making some good ground. Getting in the courtyards right here. Tuna Kahante. What is he doing? Okay, he's rocking with KN right there. KN fires a rocket. Tries to get Nox out there. Tiger tank got shot again, so the Tiger will have to back up. The 76s may try to take advantage of this. Allies making good ground towards Hospice. And I don't know if the nighttime makes too big of an impact on... Oh, but that's Vanilla. I thought that was Valhalla. Vanilla, cousin to Valhalla, here in Helios. Recon plane going up for the Axis. Spawn got wiped northeast of the point. So the Allies are doing a good job responding around the point, making sure everything's nice and tidy. Tuna Kahante is playing a little peak battle here with a Gruben. Tiger's taking more shots, and this is a medium that actually snuck around. That medium that we saw go down to the south has snuck around behind the Tiger. Got one shot in, but the Tiger... okay, the Tiger does not stand for it and takes down the medium. Oh, wow, that medium made quite the trek, and in the nighttime, that's, I guess, where one of the key advantages are, right? So the tanks can sneak around a little bit quicker if... and I know there's a whole bunch of filters out there that players can use. And so I'm wondering, just kind of wonder how many different filters are being applied here today to deal with this nighttime version of SME. KN tries to get a rocket down towards the Lukes. Down to the south, we see, assuming a truck. Truck went down, I'm assuming. Truck, yep, truck. Damen used Walrus is moving up here. It's gonna go take down Fritz. Damen used Walrus, wipes Fritz, and he should get that OP in just here in a second. Yes, he does. And he is rocking the rocket loadout. The Lukes, I believe, just got destroyed in Pizza Slice. Hey, if you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers. So far, we're seeing just one cap here on SME, with PRB taking Hospice off of the opening. Now we're just in a stage of both sides are just trying to figure out what they want to do exactly. Trying to see where they can gain ground, where they have to hold ground, who's winning gunfights, who's losing gunfights. Oh, we do see, I think, an AT round that just came flying. Maybe? I think the Lukes is just splashing right here. Let's go take a look at what Batakasin is doing up here. Batakasin going up against Hot Sauce in just a second. Batakasin just doing his job and just holding an angle right here. Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce. Hot Sauce does have the shotgun. Silent is backing up his buddy. Let's see if Bodikasin throws on a grenade. Okay, looks like Bodikasin is going to just hold that angle. We have Rick and Nobby Jr. back there. Both of them, Bodikasin sends him packing. Satchel goes off by Hot Sauce, but it was just a little bit too late. Bodikasin with a heads-up play there, getting out of the way. Okay, camp progress tickles cemetery just for a second. Let's go back and look at the view here. Allies starting to gain ground. Lukes is retreating back towards the middle of the hard cap here. Tiger's still up here. We should see a second Tiger. Yes, we do. Tiger's rolling up from the north right here. Okay, so the Lukes will park in the defensive spot for just a moment. Oh, Tiger got deleted from the north right here, I think. Yes, they did. They lost the peak battle with the 76s. Okay, so one Tiger goes down, and we'll see how the Axis are able to penetrate this Tiger or this Allied armor stronghold right here. Axis doing a good job of just dedicating a few bodies up here to Pizza Slice. Ooh, 76 is making a push for it, actually. Now, their 76 is back there in reserve, as you can see, in the left of the screen. So this 76 is gunning for the top of Hospice while it knows it has the advantage. 76 has to be careful here because the Axis could swap a bunch of AT over and pepper them with rockets. Just looking at the area, just trying to scout what its options are. Getting by its buddy infantry, smart tank crew. Not diving north of Hospice all by its lonesome. Gets by its buddies down here, will protect its back behind. So the Axis did start off pretty aggressive there. Looked like they were going to go almost a half, or dedicate a few decent-sized squads towards the attack. But it looks like they're pulling off a little bit and just focusing more on the defensive at the moment. Allies doing a good job of just holding their hedges, holding their ground. Bombing run is coming in. This is an Allied bombing run. With all these buildings here, bombing runs sometimes aren't the most effective, but they could have an impact. We'll see. We'll see. Axis, or the Allies line up the bombing run in the back line. Comes at a nice diagonal. It's going to get a few on point here. Just short of a nice 4 or 5 kill. And we zoom back here to the front line. We have Exali Chili. Luhu goes down. Tunica Hante also goes down to Bloody. Nice fragging there by Bloody. 76 trying to decide how it should approach this. It has lost a lot of its frontline infantry. Bloody could have a great satchel opportunity here. Bloody. Here's the tank, no doubt. Hot Sauce trying to push up in front of the tank. Hot Sauce going down the road. Bloody trying to wait his moment for a satchel. Oh, he's going to have Nalshot. Nalshot goes down. Bloody sends a few more packing before he goes down himself. Okay, so that 76 will now be in the decision stage, whether it wants to push up right there front door or wait for more infantry. Meanwhile, up to the north here, the new Tiger has taken its position, and we should see another Tiger coming up in about 2 minutes, everybody. And if you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers. So far, we've seen one cap in this game. The Axis have capped Hospice first, and now we're in that moment of the game, or that time of the game where both sides are just trying to figure out where they can punch through at. And these are offset points today, so the Axis spreading a little bit wide here to try and get some more pressure on Cemetery. Allies not underestimating the Axis for sure. Dedicating a decent amount of bodies back there. Luke's going down the road here, trying to cruise it down. Lawnmower. We have a lawnmower fragging before he's going to whip out his bazooka. He's going to whip that thing out, I think. No. Okay, the 76 takes care of the Lukes, I think. Okay, and it goes back to quiet there for just a second where we hear the owls. And the grind continues in front of Hospice. And these guys, this game, are going to die 40, 50 times probably, trying to push down this road. This is what we call meat grind in the competitive scene. You push forward, you die. You gain 2 meters, 3 meters. You push forward again, you die. Artillery's falling, of course, in the area too. Let's go take a look at Cemetery, see how many Allies' bodies are dedicating down here. Yeah, so they got just enough back here to hold back. So the Axis aren't able to really gain a footholds. Allies definitely playing heavily on the defensive at the moment, as they want to make sure that their front line can have a nice, clear peace of mind to just dedicate all efforts towards attacking. Prof back there gets taken down by Moxerai. Okay. And we'll go back to the front line. See all this open field in front of the Cemetery, right? It's such a pain to push, and so your really only way, if the enemy's paying attention, right, is going to be through this town up here to the north, and then maybe skimp along the hedges down here to the south. And so these are going to be the two main points, because the Allies want to capture south of Hospice here. So they'll slowly make their way to Church, capture Church, and then push their way north right here. And they'll set their launch points to push straight up to the point. But they're going to have to win a lot of fragging in order for that to happen. Cruz around the corner. Greensmo. Cruz sends him back, and TT is also peeking the hedge right here. These small little engagements, one by one, gaining a meter by meter of ground. Wipe 1 OP here, wipe 1 OP there. Sutameni is going to come around the corner. Oh, Sutameni didn't stand a second there. APL was right on top of it. Vasquez also another victim of APL. Precision strike, I think, is coming in. Oh no, strafing. Always struggle with getting those two confused. Back to the front line of Hospice, where we see the one and only Gumo Train. Go and check out his channel, everybody. He's streaming more and more games every weekend. Streamed Helios for versus Climbers United last night. One hour, 3 minutes left on the clock. 2 Tigers now up to the north for the Axis. We may see a 3rd Tiger here in a few minutes. Tons of manpower, though, for the Axis. And tons of munitions as well, so the Axis are rich with resources at the moment. So these Tigers will take their spot up here to the north to prevent the Allied armor from pushing that open field. And up here so far you see 1 Tiger carcass and a medium carcass. This medium snuck around earlier and tried to get to the back of the Tiger. But the Tiger took 1 shot in the buttocks and was able to flip around and recover. Uncle and Hanshaus trying to push the open fields, but they are taking ravishing MG fire. Marcos up there on that key MG position. I believe he's right up here to the north, on top of Hospice. We'll go take a peek in a second. Yeah, he's right there. Airhead plane goes above. This is an Axis airhead. Let's go take a look. This is falling almost really close to cemetery. And in the nighttime, you're never too sure if you can hear it. Smoke is falling on the airhead location, but it looks like the Allies are all over this. Bombing run is maybe coming into boot. Yes, it is. Allies are doing a good job in spreading out here. They hear the bombing run. They're spreading out. Airhead's going to fall in the smoke. Look at that positioning by the Allies. Excellent job there, buddies. Nice job spreading out, making sure you could take down that airhead. Ignition's going to roll up to it, and he'll pop that airhead. And she'll be no more. Alrighty. So back to the action. Okay, how's the map situation look again? Looking good overall for the Axis. Nothing too crazy. They're holding, they're trading gunfights effectively. They haven't let the Allies slip through that crazily yet, so there is a little gap here to the south. The 76 crew is getting quite close to Hospice. Artillery round lands right in the back. Do we have any Axis AT players? We have one, Calvin, but he's a little bit far away. We'll see how he approaches this. Calvin's going to attempt to sneak up there. Two Tiger tanks up here in the north. We'll see a third one here spawn momentarily. Commander using courage, so we see all that manpower going away. Looks like Calvin got taken out. We'll see an Axis bombing run, or no, Allied bombing run coming in. We'll see where this lands. It's going to land just missing the Tigers, just a little bit too far south. Bombing run takes it to Hegnell, turn through Hospice. We may see artillery fall here just to take out the repair stations here in a moment. Nabi Jr., Nalshot, Alternes. Trying to peek around the corner here. And that's lights out for Alternes. Nabi Jr. going to go for another one here. Nalshot goes in the building, looks for Lakoteseyev. Lakoteseyev does a flop, and he's no more. And he'll head back to the redeploy screen. Tiger Tank takes one shot up here to the north. Tiger Tanks exchange blows with the 76s. Tigers come out on top. One Tiger will back up a little bit and gets ready to repair here momentarily. Looks like this Tiger is going to be on stilts. As we see there, Tiger is on stilts to gain a little bit more hedge peeking ability. And we have a prepare station right next to it. This Tiger is all ready to go, but the other Tiger gets lasered from the other 76 up here in that tank position we talked about earlier. Okay. Starting to see some Allied penetration through the point. So Allies are making some headway by the glider. Let's go up to the north where the Allies are dedicating a few more bodies towards Pizza Slice as well. So they may try to trickle some progress or trickle some bodies through there. And so in the back line here, we have 176. Okay, we have 176. 176. 82 AD crew joining us here today to help out Desert Rats. Unless they're somehow affiliated. But maybe you can fill me in afterwards. Big Al commanding here today, getting on the front line, trying to get some intel himself as to what may be the holdup towards getting into this point. And Big Al will continue down this road here to get a better look. Repair station goes, gets destroyed by the Tiger. It's not going to be so easy for that Tiger to get out of dodge if it needs to. It is parked up on those stilts right there. Allies making good headway. Front door, actually. Axis have not fully committed to the attack on 4th yet. Slowly but surely, the Allies gaining a little meter here, a little meter there. Tiger backs off of the stilts. Tank commander has ordered them off of them. Oh. And they were just a little bit too close to the artillery rounds. Other Tiger coming up to support. So the Allies have started a little bit of a bridgehead here into Hospice. But it's just not enough yet. They're going to need at least maybe at least another squad up here to really dedicate towards a frontal attack. Maybe able to wipe some OPs here. Look ass gets wiped by Neo. Zabio's up here. We're going to be surrounded here by 7 allies, but he gets TT in support. Zabio goes down. TT's going to try to push up, but my dude, we'll have none of that. Okay, so it looks like the Allies may be able to secure the church here now. And so they'll look to establish this line, and then they'll look to push up north. Axis are going to have to get a few more Garys up. They're a little bit light on Garys. A little bit light on Garys at the moment. So they're probably going to need a Gary here, and then another Gary back here, just to have as a reserve. Looks like their red zone Garys and their blue push Garys have gotten wiped out. Just one Gary down here. big spawn wave, or decent sized spawn wave. We got two AT players coming in the back line. And these AT players are going to be sinking their teeth into these tigers, I imagine. And this is up here on the border. Two AT players means there must be a Gary. Unless there's two OPs. Just see one OP. But these AT players will be able to sneak behind these tigers up here. And they'll be totally caught off guard. The thing is, though, they're going to have to rock satchels and not rockets. Unless they time their rockets accordingly. Strafing run comes in. Okay, so they'll have to keep... Let's see how the allied AT players approach this. Spine X is back here. These tigers are still facing east. Their guns are, at least. One tiger, 76 gets a shot in, exchanging blows with the other 76. Get a little bit of angle here, shall we? 76 gets another shot in the tiger. Tiger's going to exchange blows here. 76 attempts to back up, and looks like they're going to get behind the heads just in time. Tiger is on the stilts, though, so I'm kind of curious if they'll have an extra angle. But maybe not. But this will be the time for the allied AT players to strike. Buki's back here, and Buki won't let that happen. Spinex will have to try again. Ragnarok is also back here. Sniper roll. Buki's going to pop the fence. Ragnarok didn't stand a chance with that sniper rifle going up against the Gewehr. But the allies with a decent spawn wave back here. Maybe a precision? Precision possible? We hear the planes above us. We're going to keep the camera here for a second. Precision comes in. And it lands near the stilts. But the tiger survives. The tiger survives. Maybe that little bit of elevation helped them out. Oh, but the arty round deals the deadly blow. Wow, I don't think I've caught an arty round destroying a tiger ever. Wow. The precision strike combined with the artillery shell. Kudos to the allied artillery. Nice job there, buddy. Keeping your fire there on the tiger crew. Nice coordination between the commander with the precision strike, artillery. Nice job there, buddies. New tiger ordered by the commander up north. And the owls sing in the distance. Okay, take a new look at the map, shall we? Lots of flares going around for PRB, so that's really good to see. Really, really good to see. And the tiger carcasses continue. The artillery destroyed that one carcass up there. Axis making good progress down this hedgerow. But lawnmower there. We'll deny that push more. Zabi Carry pushing up here. Zabi Carry gets some backline, some back shots in with the MP40, but lawnmower there is holding his shed. Lawnmower is now trying to get smoked out. Danny there, though. Let's see how Danny approaches this. Lawnmower throws a grenade. And Lawnmower held it as long as he could. Okay, let's take a look at the map real quick. Prep OP is warm in this, or Prep OP is up. That's a fantastic OP to get into the back line. And they'll be able to spread to the northwest here and southeast. Or southwest. Northwest and southwest. And be able to get some flanking maneuvers on those tanks and the spawn points as well. And the 76 won't see it coming. Azoreg He's going to push up here. Oh, I don't think he's heading to the right AT spot. Stuka's coming in on that 76, though. 76 coming, or Stuka coming in, and just shy of the 76. And the 76 will get out of dodge. Okay. So overall, for PRB being a new team, they're doing a hell of a job just holding the line. Pretty good fragging, I would say. And just keeping everything stable. Setting up their Garys. They could use a few more Garys, though. Just a few more Garys. Oh, actually, they got a few up. Okay, so they got a few up. Bombing run coming in the back line. Allies with a bit of a spawn leak back here, but nothing too serious. PRB should be able to handle this. We have the other Tiger coming up to boot. So that'll replace the Tiger that was destroyed on the stilts. Okay, so that'll be the end of that backline action. A nice spread, once again, by both sides. Both sides are just slugging it out in the hedge lines. Good job trading, but this backline spawn from Prep OP could be deadly here. And just harassing them in the backline. 3 tanks up on the board for the Axis. P4 down to the south supporting the infantry. BVB rocket just short. Another rocket comes in. Good range. 76s are lining up for the double tap. One round ricks off of the front of the 76, I think. Or did it hit? 76 is trying to time up the shots on the Tigers. We could see at the highlight in the distance. One of the Tigers, I think, is on the stilts. 76 is trying to line up these shots. Look at that perfect offset. 176 reverses. Rockets come in. Oh my gosh, that was so close. Silent there. Nice range there, buddy. Way to dial that sucker in. 76 fires back. Tiger's still up there, playing a little peeking battle right now. They do have a repair station here. One repair station is destroyed. Okay, so the 76s will attempt another time. And this is what happens in a competitive team, right? You have these tanks. They get into these dueling fights, and they see who can take advantage of the other's mistake. Sometimes one will peak a little bit too early, and the other time it'll peak too late, and the other tank has gone away to repair. Well, look how still they need to stay. As opposed to pub matches, right, where you're just rolling around in your tank, free willy all over the place, dodging AT rounds and wiping out enemy tanks because they're only single man heavy out in the field. You don't have to worry about. All right, so we'll get back to the front line here. See what's going on. Still the grind fest occurring on the front line here with Tunica Hante, Skynix, Lawnmower, Nalshkot trying to push up this road, but this has remained a flat, just a flat area for attack at the moment. But no real ground being gained by either side. 76 trying to exchange blows with the Tiger. Looks like the Tiger's going to get out of dodge. Circuits repair. Now we did see some artillery rounds come in there before, so we'll see if they coordinate some more here momentarily. But it looks like the Allies are dedicating some more bodies down here to the south to try to gain this ground. But the Axis do have a reflank garried south of Church, so they'll be able to push up north from here and to counterattack whatever push the Allies try to attempt. looking pretty mellow for the moment. No major breakthroughs, just exchanging blows all around. Spartan and Pelago battling it out in the house. Zabio. Sutameni. Okay, Spinex is inside the house up there. Just waiting for his moment. Panzer IV down here in support of the boys. Trying to push up. 2 Tigers still up to the north right up there. I think 1 Tiger may be in trouble. Okay, now the Tiger's just repositioning over here to the left side. Okay, so these Tigers still in a peak battle with the Allied 76s. Should see a 3rd Tiger here momentarily with that Panzer IV crew. May just try to push up and get wiped. And then they'll stack 3 Tigers up to the north, possibly. "41 minutes left on the clock. If you're just joining me today, everybody, I am your host today, Smithers. Streaming this game between PRB and Desert Ratz here on SME night, with the midpoint being Hospice. So far, we've seen 1 cap, where the Axis took the Hospice off of the opening, and ever since then, it's been a slog back and forth, with the Allies gaining ground in some areas, but then losing ground in others. Tank exchanges have been relatively equal, I think. I think they have. I don't think one side has a major advantage. So that's good to see. 76 takes a shot from the Tiger on stilts. 76 is going to back up and get out of dodge and head towards the repair station. We may see some artillery here come in and just maybe 76 is going to do a quick double peek, actually. See if the Tiger is paying attention. 76 ricks off the top of the Tiger. That repair station is going to buy them a little bit more extra time here. Crowd and Fado is going to get out to try to repair. Tiger tank's shots is just short. Gets another one in the 76. 76 fires back and gets the one on the stilts. And those Tiger shots are just short, hitting that cattle feeder. And the 76 crew will come out on top up here. And we'll wait to see another day for another battle. Ruznia Bob and Kritz pushing up here through the wheat field, trying to sneak behind the line. Looks like Preps OP got wiped down the back line. So the Allies doing a good job of just mopping up back there. Not letting the Axis set up shop in their rear end. Allies still controlling the ground here to the south, but not fully, as we could see. Axis still able to wedge in between them and not let them get fully settled towards the attack on Hospice. As we can see here, great map control from the Axis. We just need a few more Garys up. Just a few more Garys up and they'll be good. Panzer IV in support in town. Always a dangerous positioning, just because of how Satchel players can jump out of anywhere at any time. Lakotasev coming over here in the corner, looking for Vanilla. And Vanilla is no more. Dominu's Walrus is over here. Lakotasev. Flare goes out. He wipes an OP. Ragnarok and TG 1110. Director. May see them here in just a second. Director. Peeks. Ragnarok is going to peek around the corner. But Director's not going out there. Commander Harkoz eliminates TKG 1110 from his back line. Okay. So we just have the sniper back here, Ragnarok, so he'll just... no more. No, okay, he's no more. All right, so we'll head back to the front line, everybody. Where once again, it is the same story, where we just see both these sides grinding. Gotta give credit to the meat grind squads, just dying over and over again here. Kritz manning the MG over here with the perfect balancing act with strong core strength. Look at that. Definitely does Pilates like the last guy we saw in the previous stream. Amazing, amazing core strength. Artillery rounds begin to land at front door. 36 minutes left at the clock. Mamma mia, has this game flown by. I seriously can't believe there's only 36 minutes left. Just a back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And now the card will be up to the Allies, I think, because I think the Axis are not going to flex tanks down to the south to attack Cemetery. Let's follow... never mind. Let's not follow him. Both teams just grinding it out right here. Prem squad in the back line trying to cause some more harassment. Pilka rocking the shotgun in the back line. Pilka coming around the corner here. And... oh, no. He's putting down a satchel, I think. Yes, he is. And he comes around the corner. Director's there waiting for him. Pilka gets headshotted. Strafing run has been called an SME to go over the OPs here. Don't think the strafing run got anybody. Pexion in the buildings. 35 minutes left on the clock, everybody. 35 minutes. There's that satchel. Okay, so the Allies are starting to make some ground down here, and they're spreading a little bit more wide over here, even into Western. So we'll have to look to see how much they're able to basically string along the hedge up here. Bombing run is coming in for the Allies. Unsure where. Allies going through the... bombing run's going through the middle of Hospice. Okay, it'll get... it'll cause some damage. Okay, so this could be the Achilles heel strike that the Axis are fearing. If these SLs are able to scamp along this hedge line right here, then they could get a decent chunk of OPs up in the back line. We do have harassment going down on Route de Heraus by TKG 1110. He is a recon SL, so he'll look to get this Gary. Tiger 1 has been ordered in the top HQ. But these Allied players will have to win some fragging battles along these hedgerows. And it's not so easy. Spartan here trying to push up. He's going to run into Buki here in just a second. Buki. Precision strike maybe? Nope, strafing run. Okay, Spartan takes Buki down. Sometimes we do see commanders in the competitive world mask the precision strike with a strafing run to at least try to trick the enemy. I know GBI does this. Tiger tanks rocking. Look at that loadout. Double repair stations. That Tiger's living the high life. Surprised we haven't seen Artie up here yet. 2 repair stations right there. An OP to boot. Beautiful setup there, buddies. That is proper tank treatment. Alterni's trying to sneak to the open field using the dead carcass Tiger or 76 as cover. Bodikasin pushing down the trench line here. Okay, we may see this tank be using as bait. Nope, 76 is okay, just getting in position. Prof is right there. He's not AT, he's a squad lead. He's a squad lead. .76 trying to exchange blows with the Tiger. One shot goes into the 76. Bodikasin is going to be there to cause a little bit of distraction if he's able to get his OP up. Cemetery swaps a contested for just a second. Okay, so the 76 will just stay back there. The 76 does not have the 2 repair stations. It has 1. Rocket comes in as well. Skipper is going to get out to repair here. I think the 76 will be just fine in that cover. 31 minutes. 31 minutes, everybody. Flare goes up in the back line. The buildings all illuminate. For a second, I thought the buildings were on fire. Wouldn't that be something? The cemetery tickled there for just a second. Looks like Commander Hardcause is going to drop another airhead. But this airhead is going to be unsupported. I think the allies are going to be ready for this one. Airhead will be landing right here. Yeah, the allies should mop up this airhead pretty easily. Commanders are ordering a bombing run, but I think the Axis or the allies are going to spread out just fine as they did before. Unless Mumus could have a critical shot here. Mumus is going towards the OP, or near where the airhead is landing. Bombing run is coming in. Mumus staying on the perimeter here. Some key frags have just been won. One goes down. Muffins goes down. Zach. Bombing run goes through. This airhead will be live. Chaotic neutral gets taken out. And wham bam shabamo, everybody. That worked. Mamma mia. It was looking like it was for sure going to be taken out, but that airhead is suddenly live in the back line. And the allies are going to have to stream a few bodies back here. Spawn wave comes up to the north, or at the top right of your screen, as you can see. A couple squad leads. And no down command chat on the ally side. They are yelling, hey, that airhead freaking landed. Spawn wave comes in. Jumps out. Let's see how they approach this here. Harkos goes down. Marksai is coming up on that airhead location. Oh, airhead has already gone down. He threw a grenade, I think. So heads up played by Marksai. Okay, so the Axis begin flooding cemetery now in the hard cap. And they may cause Desert Rats to flex a decent amount of bodies back here. Gritz calls out Satchel. Okay, but the allies are responding in force, though. Decent chunk of bodies coming back here. So they're going to be able to deal with this. No OPs go up for the Axis. So this is going to be a dead push, but we do see 3 Tigers coming in from Hospice. Mamma mia, did they take out this 76 up here? I'm assuming they did. Yeah, 76 got wiped. So these 3 Tigers look like they're going to be pushing now. No, they're not. They stopped. They stopped. Okay, so these 3 Tigers line up to the north. All this area of hospice is clear. Tigers begin to move south, but there are AT players nearby. Lawnmowers 1. We should see some more spawn in any second. And the Tiger's going to expose its rear end. Lawnmower's going to take advantage of this. Gets 1 in the back. He could engine it here. Lawnmower's going to line up for the second one. And suddenly, this Tiger is going to be stranded in the middle of an open field. And these Allies AT players are going to be licking their lips. Tigers down to 1 crew member now. Mahogany gets wiped. And this Tiger's out in the middle of the open fields. Recon plane goes up over cemetery. "26 minutes left to go, everybody. 26 minutes. Gurib gets out. He's going to try to repair his Tiger. The other Tiger is going to provide supporting fire here. He may be able to cover him. KN is over there, though. Trying to line up a rocket, but he hits the fence. KN's going to look to line up another rocket, I think. He may get Gurib. Camp progress begins on cemetery. Let's take a look at the series in just a second. I want to see if KN fires another rocket. Okay, let's take a look at cemetery. A few bodies around there, a couple of OPs. Rocket comes in, gets Gurib, and this Tiger is going to be stranded, empty-handed. A non-crew, or a zero-crew Tiger out here. Totally decimated. Precision strike comes in, I think. No. No precision? Okay. Thought that was going to be a precision. Okay, so Tiger crew, all of its crew got wiped out here in the field now. So these 2 Tigers here will try to protect it as long as they can. Camp progress still coming in on cemetery. Surprised it hasn't been dealt with yet, but it looks like the Axis are winning their frags on point. And they're all in the circle pretty much, providing maximum cap weight. The Allies are going to be forced to call a whole bunch of bodies back here. As long as the Axis stay in the circle. They got to stay in the circle. Don't want to go outside the circle, guys. Just want to count as max cap pressure. Cap progress around 60% at the moment. Spawn wave comes in from the north, so the Allies trying to flood back from up here towards the point. And I think this is, yeah, they're going to be able to hold this. Another spawn, a few more bodies come into the circle though. And remember, the cap zone is very fine right here with this line separating it. So the Allies have to make sure they step over it into the sector to stop this cap progress. Every frag counts as so much right now to win. Strafing run coming in through cemetery from Commander. He may get a few here. Cap progress ticking towards the 80% mark here. Strafing run just right off the mark. And the Axis are winning some key frags on the point. Can they hold this for another? Oh, ticks over, ticks back. They just got to wipe out a few more, but that tank is coming up, trying to get in the circle to stop the cap. The tank will have to get there just in time, and I think they squeeze it in. But they know they got AT Satchel players chasing them. Tsunami, right behind them. 76 trying to roll over and get in the circle to stop this cap progress. And they may get in there with just a sliver of a second left. Just a sliver. 76 crew gets in the circle at the last second. At the very last second, everybody. 76 crew rolling into cemetery. Some brilliant play by the 76 crew to save the point right there. Nice job there, buddy. Nice job to that tank crew. Whew, man, that was close. That was close. This is a full callback now for the Allies. And just to mop up cemetery, make sure that everything's okay. And so the Axis will be able to gain all this ground front door. Nothing in the back line for the Allies, it looks like. Marcos doing a very good job holding his MG spot up here on the roof. Look at that beautiful balancing act he's performing. Watch him swing around. Probably has a history in the circus. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful job he's doing. Marcos most likely will swap back around. Probably Baker Squad has informed him that there's some people back here. So Marcos is looking for those MGs. Or looking for them with his MG. Okay. Going back to the front line. So the Allies will need to now counterattack with 21 minutes left to go, everybody. They had to call that full callback to deal with the Axis penetration on cemetery. And the 76 ran towards the point and got right in the circle at the last second, I think. Very near the southern edge right here. Came into the cemetery. With satchel players all over him and everything. PRB done an excellent job so far this game, though. Just holding the line, resetting it, putting up the Garys. And also balancing with the balancing act of attacking fourth point. And this is an airhead plane from the Allies. Trying to attempt a Hail Mary play. I think. Yep, that is an airhead. Coming into the back of Hospice. Now, this is the key here. Will the Axis be caught off guard? Will they be paying attention to the skies? Airhead begins to descend into the wheat field. Marcos. Will he set up his MG and eradicate the airhead spawn? Airhead descends right in front of us. Marcos closing in. And we should see this airhead get taken out. Airhead lands, and Marcos, Inox work together to dismantle. Okay. But an interesting play by the Allied commander, just to see if the Axis are paying attention. Three Tigers now up here to the north. I'm wondering, wow, I don't think I've ever seen Tigers up here in this position. This is quite exposed. Camp progress begins on cemetery a little bit. Bombing run called in by the commander. Grubin on cemetery. Gonna have to dodge the bombing run here a second. This 76 may be able to take some pot shots at those Tigers out in the open fields. Bombing run coming in for the Axis. Gonna come in at a nice angle here. May get a few, may get a few. Oh. Markseye ignores the bombing run and goes about his day. Okay. Alrighty, so with that, we have two Tigers now positioning near St. Mary Glees, it looks like. Getting ready maybe for a front door push on cemetery. Versus trying to take the road directly south to the point. Okay, and then we have one Tiger. Looks like it's going to be up in reserve and hospice. So the Axis were able to gain a ton of ground by that push on cemetery. As you can see here, they pushed out all the way to the G column, so they took all this ground here during when the Allies had to call everything back. So nice job by the Axis to take advantage of that. Usually in those situations, when the team has knows that the enemy had a call back, they'll tell everyone to push and take ground while they can, because they know the other team is on the back foot. Tuna Kahante holding the house up here. Kopi. Dice gets wiped. 17 minutes. Honestly, don't know where the Allied push will come from at this time. They did just use an airhead, so that's going to be not available until about the 8-minute mark, I think. Buki patrolling the back line, making sure no funny business is going on back here. Because the Axis have excellent control over the map right now. And they are spreading out everywhere, moving towards cemetery. Tiger tank down here behind the hedge. Looks like they may be getting some stilts built here as well, so they can have a direct shot on cemetery. Yes, their buddy Zentom down here building some stilts. Look at that teamwork. Look at that beautiful teamwork. Garub and Mohagame thinking their buddy. Oh, he just got to do a little bit of adjustment with the stilts. Just work on that spacing. They're probably thanking him. Okay, so that Tiger will have a direct shot on cemetery to splash HE inside the point. $15 minutes left to go. 15 minutes left to go. Airhead being called in. This is the third airhead called in by the Axis commander this game. Rich with manpower. So that airhead will land right here. As you can see here by the outline, whenever an airhead is coming down, you can see this outline right here. And so that's where you know where to wait for it. If you're on the other side, or of course if you're trying to protect it, to give you an idea. Gruben setting up shop, so is Commander, looking over to apply some overwatch to the airhead that's falling. Is there a bombing run coming into boot? No bombing run to boot. So that airhead will land nice and softly here. Ignition will look to get a lock on the airhead. Pushing up here, HE falling in the background. We may see a grenade come in any second. Harkos trying to get shots on Chaotic Neutral. Beefeater pushing up here. Chaotic Neutral goes down. Beefeater. Beefeater also falls victim to Harkos. We may see an airhead saw. It may be locked, though. It is locked. It is locked. Harko's running up, trying to secure his airhead. Trying to protect his baby. Harko's going to take matters into own hands, trying to clear the hedge, but Ignition was waiting for him. And it looks like Ignition will be able to take that down. They are locking the airhead, remember. Ignition gets wiped. Airhead is still alive. Zach goes down as well. And all these guys died. That airhead is clear. Do we see a satchel maybe, though, from Zach? No satchel. I don't think so. Strafing run comes in. Sudameni spawns in. 13 minutes left on the clock. And we could see a decent spawn wave come here on the airhead to attack cemetery. Green smoke goes down. Nice spawn wave comes in for the Axis. Artillery rounds just shy of the airhead. Strafing run comes in as well, but that strafing run was just off the mark. Oh, I think the airhead got... Nope, airhead's still alive. Airhead's still alive. Airhead is still alive. Now the arty rounds can take out the airhead. But it has to be a direct shot. And there's the spawn wave. Only a second after the arty round landed. Or else that would have been a massive kill. Arty rounds continue to fall around. And this spawn wave is going to go directly into the hard cap here. We should see another spawn wave here in about 5 seconds or so. Artillery round lands. Spartan is the closest to the airhead. Airhead just short. Just short. Okay, I don't think this is going to become anything. Airhead is still alive, but I think the artillery should be able to lock it down. At least that area of push that they would go through. Chaotic Neutral is trying to get up closer to the airhead. Big spawn wave comes in. Chaotic Neutral gets decimated. And actually, the spawn wave is going to be able to leak on through. The artillery round was just a few seconds late. Beefeater trying to hold them all back. Coax fire comes in from the 76 to support. And okay, that'll be the end of this push here, I think. The Allies will be able to surround Masudameni. Tries to get behind, gets inside of the 76. Will he be able to get the satchel on? But no, he will not. Okay. So that should be the end. Yeah, that'll be the end of the airhead. And this allied push will die off on Cemetery with under 11 minutes left to go, everybody. Let's go take a look at the back line, see if the Allies have anything cooking up as far as a flank action goes. Let's see, nothing in the back line. It's all front door where we have a big spawn wave. 2 squads worth up here. Tunica Hante, Guard, Gumo trains also pushing up. Nalshot, Domino Use Walrus, and Skonix all moving up here towards the center of Hospice. And this will be the key for the Allies. If they could flop enough bodies here with armor and shove them all front door and just overwhelm these few defenders. What do you have from Tiger tank control? Tiger's up to the north. Tiger's down to the south here, out on an island. And then another Tiger down here all the way into the south. Axis winning their gunfights out here on the front line, though, holding the Allies back. We do have some penetration, though. Ooh, 1 Tiger. What was that? Repair station, I think. Nope. They're facing this way, so it might have been a tank. Oh, another, half track. Oh, a half track play by the Allies. Mamma mia. That would have been close. That would have been very clutch. But the Allies are sneaking into the hard cap. Marcos takes down a bunch from the back with his MG. Very clutch MG positioning there, buddy. Airhead plane has been called in. This is an Allied airhead. Remember, they called in one earlier, but this time it is going to be landing. It looks like around a little bit more friendlies. The Precision Strike may have been called in as well. Precision Strike. It may have been the Gary. I don't know. Could have been the Gary. Let me know in chat if that was the Gary. 8.5 minutes left to go. Airheads should be landing here momentarily. It's going to look like it's going to have enough protection there in the courtyard. Remember, as you see, the outline is right there, so the airhead will be falling in that nice little square area. And so here we have it. This will be the Allied push here to boot. Should see the Allied armor pushing up here momentarily. Axis armor is waiting. Allied armor is down the road, I think. Somewhere, maybe? We'll probably see him here momentarily. But that airhead is in the courtyard. I can't see if it's locked or not, but it's going to be close to getting locked here in a second. Fritz coming around the corner. Big spawn wave comes in for the allies. Flare's going to pop, and it's going to show all those bodies right here. Oof. MG action from Marcos. Wiping down anybody who attempts to get across the road. 7.5 minutes and the airhead will go bye-bye. Okay. And the Axis was doing a good job of getting spawns behind their line as well. Precision strike coming in. This will be right over here. Oh, up over here. Precision strike coming in and will just damage the 76 there. 7 minutes left on the clock. Commander Hoko is trying to get some direct frontline intel. Oh, sorry about that. Direct frontline intel there. But unfortunately, the 76 moved just in time. And they will repair and go back to business with under 7 minutes left to go. And this is what the Allies are looking at, everybody. This is what the Allies are looking at. Commander's sitting here behind this tank going, what the hell can I do to help this team? Damn it. Big Al goes down. So does Shawley. Commander lining up his bombing run, I think. Yep, LA bombing run coming in through the back line of Hospice. Allies are just staring down a road of death at the moment with artillery right in their face. Okay, with 6 minutes left to go, it's going to be some type of desperation type push here that the Allies are going to need. They do have one frontline OP remaining, I think, by the glider. These guys are going to have the frags of their life to get up here. Allied, I think the Axis have dominant armor control right now. Well, maybe not. What was this? Oh, the 76 tried to push up. I think it got lodged on the car. And the Tiger takes advantage of that. Tiger did take one shot, though. So they'll have to back up and repair. 76 crew, though, trying to make a play. Trying to make a play here on Hospice. PRB guys just trying to hold on to this point here for these last few minutes, just win these last few key gunfights. I bet they've communicated that they think they do have the armor advantage. You see one tank rolling down the road from the Allies. Big spawn wave up front door. Airhead, another fourth airhead of the game being called in from the Axis commander on Cemetery. And let's see if the Allies have anything back there. Luhu 969 is back here. So he's the only one that could intercept this airhead. Luhu. This airhead will be falling right to the north here. We should see the outline in just a second. Oh, so ending right there. Right next to the Gary. I don't think Luhu sees it. Oh boy. That Gary is going to have a spawn wave, I think. Or that area is going to have a spawn. Okay, no. Okay, Muffins, Z1687 comes in. And nope. Muffins is heading the other way. I wonder if they think of the airhead is coming down the other spot that they landed in before. And that airhead's going to be live to the east of the point. And we're going to see a spawn wave around the 310 mark, I think, everybody. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Krill XP21 tries to head back here. They're probably searching for the airhead. Mamma mia, this is going to be a spawn wave directly inside the hard cap pretty much. Spawn wave comes in, wipes an OP. Commander comes in on the airhead. One gets taken out. XP21 is going to come up here against Commander Harkos. They exchange shots. Okay, so 2 minutes, 45 seconds left on the clock. I think Hospice is just fine. Kind of curious what happens with the airhead play. Muffins is going to come up to the airhead. Will he be able? He throws a grenade. Muffins. Airhead goes down. Let's wait 3 seconds. See if a spawn wave comes in. All right, no spawn wave. Okay, so Muffins takes care of the airhead. But man, that could have been dangerous. Could have been enough for the 4-1. And back to Hospice we go. Yeah, the Axis with solid control here, holding the line. Great perimeter security. And really just knocking the Allies back on their foot, not allowing them to get a foothold inside of Hospice. And 3, 2, 1. There we go, everybody. And PRB, well, I believe this is their first game. But go ahead and correct me if I'm wrong after the game. But PRB takes the victory here today on SME with a 3-2 over the Desert Ratz. And so, just a quick recap, everybody. We saw one cap for the game. It was PRB capping off the opening for Hospice. They were at 98, 99% cap on Cemetery. But a 76 slammed itself right into the circle on there. Was able to save the point for the Allies, and which allowed them to continue their attack on the Hospice. But PRB just, they took a punch right in the face. They gave him 2 back. And were able to repel each Allied assault. And each airhead they took down as well. And just were able to really solidify the point. And as you can see here, hold on to it to secure the victory here today. So a nice game by PRB here today. Very, very nice game. From an armor's perspective, I want to say the Axis had a decent advantage. But I'm not 100% sure. I think both sides exchanged decent blows on armor. But I think anti-tank infantry may have been the deciding factor. As you can see here, we're just in bonus time right now, so players just play a little bit more loosey-goosey at the moment. And just throw their tanks into the point. Alrighty. Yeah. Alright, everybody, so that will be it for today. This match here. And I will be streaming in about 2 hours, hour and 45 minutes for a console competitive Hell Let Loose match for the Premier League between SAP and RZN. And I'll be right here on SME as well, I believe. And there we have it. The official victory for the Axis here tonight. Give the commands due, Commander, as I always do, as I know what it's like to be in those shoes. But okay, everybody, thanks for joining me today for this stream. And I hope you enjoyed what you saw. And I will hopefully see you around later. All right. Have a good one, buddy.